All right. Okay. Welcome to Fliptendo, my project where I play all the Famicom and NES games in chronological order from beginning to end. We're currently in January of 1989. In Japan, in January, like around January of 1989, for the Famicom, the big hot system that everybody had, everybody loved. Games like uh the really a bad port. Here's what they were getting. They got Ganbare Goemon 2, good game. They got a really bad port of Space Harrier. They got a gambling game, Casino Kid. Haley War is sort of mediocre shoot 'em up. Satomi Hakenden, decent, reasonable. Dragon Quest clone. They got Tecmo Baseball, quality baseball game. Maybe the best for the system so far. They got WWF WrestleMania. Well, we got WrestleMania. That's the American. That's based on the American date. And Sesame Street. Oh, Tecmo Baseball too. Tecmo Baseball, WrestleMania, and Sesame Street. These dates are for America. These are all American only games, so they didn't get those. We got those. They got a murder mystery game. They got a mediocre licensed anime-based platformer, Patlabor. And they got that game, Family Trainer. And now we go on to another mediocre, or possibly worse than mediocre, licensed based on an anime game. The second one for Zoids, Zoids 2. The first Zoids was, let's take a look at it real quick. The first Zoids was, it looks like a Dragon Quest clone on first glance. But like once you start playing, like when you get into a battle, you realize it's not an RPG at all. Like the battles are all first person shooter, like primitive first person like target shooting games, basically. So it's an action game. It's like an action game with the RPG trappings. Oh, the graphics are really gross looking. Here's the game. This was Zoids. This is pretty early release. The graphics they're not as bad as like something like.
And also, I thought one thing is compulsory when it's not.
Interesting. Dude, is there a long play that doesn't have somebody talking? Let's see. Because that's better. No. I don't want to feature somebody else's content. Okay, I guess this is the best that we have here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wait. Oh, these are the battles. Okay, so this is the battle screen.
I found on Nico videos.
No, that's not the battle screen. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. The graphics are pretty gross looking. We can see what like a battle looks like. Here's the battle screen. Okay, this is what a battle looks like. So there's a little dude, and you have to move the cursor around, and you have to try to avoid his shots while getting your own shots in. And it's the type of game where it's really difficult to avoid taking damage. Because I think you have to move the bullets off screen to be able to not take damage. Some enemies you just like have to get hit. But there might be like certain cheap tactics you can use to avoid taking damage, which you may have to use. The battles are also like really slow and tedious. And then the graphics are, this is definitely a cheaply made game. You can tell. They did not spend a long time on these tile sets. That's for sure. So that was not a good game. That was, in fact, a bad game. And, of course, both these games are throwing eggs at your enemies. Yeah. Both these games are based on the anime for Zoids, which looks like this. Look at that real quick. The anime for Zoids. It's like I think it was a 90s anime. I think it was 90s. It's like your typical like robot show. I never watched it. It was actually brought over to America, right? Well, I think it was on Cartoon Network, but I never watched it. Oh, the robots like often they use like CG. Like look at the CG on the robot. So basically, this anime was like a way to like use CG to like do like a kids cartoon show. I don't know. I mean, like I think it was a good show. I think people liked it generally. I don't know. So, anyway, let's check out Zoids 2. Let's see if you also throw eggs at your enemies in this game as well. Okay. Zoids. Zoids Z? Is that supposed to be a 2? Is that... So first of all, is that supposed to be a 2? Because the title is supposed to be Zoids 2. There's a 2. You can see the 2 on the bottom. Oh, you can see this logo, actually. Is that supposed to be a 2, or is it just like a Z for Zoids, and the 2 is only on the box? That is a 2? It doesn't look like a 2, it looks like a Z. I guess it's a stylistic thing, like they made the 2 look like a Z because it's Z for Zoids. Zoids murdered your parents? Oh, that's... you should get revenge on the Zoids. Maybe you should play this game, Sentient Program, because I think if you play this game, you can kill a lot of Zoids. I think killing Zoids is mainly what you do in this game. Okay, so just like a lot of these other games, you have to first make a character. Which one is? Keisu. Keisu is the race, I think. Utsusu? Maybe that's create? Wait. Wait, how do I... Oh, this is how... Okay, never mind. Flip! No, not too... Oh, it's too many P's. Oh my god, we're just gonna have to keep it. Oh well. Flip with 3 P's. There we go. Start the timer. Game starts with the phone ringing. Flip! Kinku... Okay. Didn't read that. Flip! Yoku kite kureta. Jitsu wa... Okay, whatever. Daga. Daga means but. I know that word. It means but. Move on. Shirabete morai kai. Waga gun no shingata zoids. I'm not reading all this. I'm just reading. Ao. No, that's sa. That means that's like however or well. I know that. I know that word. Wait, but we would look the same. We're the same person. Look at this graphic. We're the same person. That guy and me, are we twins? All right, now I guess we're both soldiers or something. Let me Hanasu talk with this guy. One of many butts. One of many demos. Demo, Scotty. Kiddo. Why is it like, ooh, flip? Am I a king? Like, ooh, flip. Yokubu jide ka e tekita. Flip ga sugi no... Sugi, like sword? Like my sword? No, Reberu. Man, it's too hard. I can't read all this. It's too hard. They put all these words in the game, and they don't understand that I read like 3 words a minute. Don't they understand that? I can't. I read on like a preschool level. All right. Don't they get that? Don't put so many words in the game. Okay, it looks a lot like the first game. So look at the scrolling. Got that kind of almost Micronics-y kind of... Well, I mean, it's not bad. It's just a little bit jittery. A little jittery scrolling. These stairs look weird. Is this like a Christmas town? Like, first of all, here's Santa. And there's also like a red and green theme. That's kind of weird. I guess you can talk to all these people. The graphics and the screeches. Wow, the music's pretty screechy. This was a popular music style at the time. Definitely not great scrolling. Like, you go back to Dragon Quest, which was released in like 1987, and it scrolls a lot smoother than this game. Even though this was released in 1980. These must be shopkeepers, I guess. Hi, I'm a shopkeeper. You want to buy? What do you buy? Oh, you got stuff? Nothing. Fuck off. I don't know what you... I'm not gonna take the time to figure that shit out right now, okay? So you got some shopkeepers there, maybe... It's just exactly like the first game. Oh, except... Oh, no, okay. It is like the first game exactly. It's the same game. So I guess people must have liked that game. It's the same game. You have to still do the same kind of combat. I think I'm shooting. It's hard to tell because... Wait. Oh, no. Now I'm shooting. Okay. Take this, idiot. I got him. Dude, is this actually worse than the first game? I don't know. Oh, the music is not good. Let's listen to the map music for a second. A little off key there. That's it. It's just that loop. Okay. So, like, they have, like, all this desert, but then they have these... It's the same as, like, Dragon Quest. You have the mountain tiles, and you have tree tiles. Probably you get more encounters in the mountain and tree tiles. But... Why... But then you have the desert tiles. You know, what Dragon Quest doesn't do is, like, start you off in a desert, where you're, like, next to a bunch of trees and mountains, which are... They're on a green tile set while the sand is on a brown tile set. And that doesn't look good, right? Like, you just got, like, these random patches of green, and the desert's next to it, and it looks gross. Also, the art is not good on these tiles. This is not good art. The music, I don't know. That theme is all right, but it's not. Yeah, it's not well composed, I guess. Well, I don't know about this town theme. The battle music did not seem very good. I don't think that. This is a different town theme than the last one, I think. Is this guy Santa? Maybe this game takes place in Christmas Land, like in Secret of Mana. I don't think so. Oh, I hear this song they've got going. Na 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 na. It's just, these songs are not bad, it's just that the instruments used are a little on the screechy side. And they don't seem super well programmed. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the music is underwhelming. But it's not the worst music I've heard. Famicom game. Hello, I'm Father Christmas. Alright, so that's a town. You can probably buy more shit there. I just don't like the combat. Besides the fact that these games are, like, ugly and gross looking, and have, like, lame music, dude, the combat in these games just sucks, you know? I mean, I guess it's fun. I mean, you're just shooting. Instead of, like, doing, like, the random battles, you're just shooting, like, you know, shooting bullets at robots. That should be cool. But it's just, like, I don't know, the way it's done just makes it seem tedious, you know? Like, you have to slowly scroll the screen. And you can't, like a lot of the shooter games, like the first-person shooter games, you can shoot things like bullets coming at you. Like if it's something like Operation Wolf, the projectiles coming at you, usually you can shoot them. Or if it's like, if there's like an enemy shooting guns at you, usually you get time to shoot him before he shoots you first. But this game, like they just shoot at you and you just get hit, and it seems extremely hard to not take damage. I guess it's just... Like, I think what you can do maybe is... Although you seem to have a ton of health in this one. Like, I remember in the first Zoids, it was really easy to die, so the first bunch of battles was, like, really tedious. Because you'd be, like, doing one battle, you have to go rest in the inn, and do another battle. Another town. Huh. So right at the beginning of the game, there's, like, 2 other towns you can get to immediately. That's kind of weird. It's for Jennifer, dude. Arnold. Oh, so let's just sit here for a second. I want to see something. Wow. You know what's amazing is this game. Like, you start out with so much health. I had, like, 600 health, I think, to start. These bullets are, like, doing, like, 10 or 12 damage each. So, I can just sit here and just take damage, and that's, I don't know. I guess maybe that's a good positive change over the first game, because you can just destroy, like, it almost seems like you start out overpowered. Kind of weird. Maybe you don't level up in this game? Well, you must, but you definitely can buy better equipment, though. Which probably increases, like, your damage in life. But, yeah, I don't know. I can't tell what the balance is, because it looks like you're dropping, like, 6, like, units of something in 6 and 7. I have no idea. And, like, yeah, there was stuff at the shops that was selling for, like, 50, 100, 200. So, yeah, you probably have to do a bit of grinding. You'd have to, like, fight, like, 20 or 30 of these battles in the beginning to be able to buy something. It just said 6G. Yeah, so it's... Oh, we have a bridge. I wonder if you cross the bridge if the enemies get dramatically tougher. If someone in Japan refers to you as oh my, you'd be really pissed. Yeah, because you know that that's rude. Like, I mean, a lot of people would not know the difference, but we know that that's meant to be a sign of rudeness. Well, I mean, like, you know, technically, like, referring to somebody as you, no matter what word you use, like, even anata and kimi, is either considered rude or weird or abnormal. Like, if you, like, don't know somebody that well, you're not supposed to, you're supposed to only address them by their name anyway. Oh, they got the poison swamp there. Of course. Do I have, like, a healing item? Let's see what else do we have here. Shiraberu, examine. Soko ni wa... Nani mo nai. There is nothing here. Okay. Sukao. Use. Then just like nothing happens. I tried to click on that. Did nothing. Nothing. There's not... So is that for like doors or something? What is... Oh, that's me. Data, parts, items. Okay. Data. Rip. Wa... Aruga ura ninoriga eta. I don't know what that means. Data. Maybe it's telling me like my status or something. Aro Zaura. Aro Zaura. Life 140, offense 800, defense 600. Blank height. I don't think. Oh, there is a level 2. I did level up. Oh. Parts. A. Hazusu. Did I just equip something? Parts. What did this say? Hazusei ma sen. Hazusemasen. Hazusemasen. Masen is negative, so it's probably saying something like you can't equip that, I guess. Oh, so that... Oh, probably because it was already equipped on the B button. So that's just like my normal gun. Wait, I have two different things, though. Wait a second. Oh, I see. So that's probably to unequip. Oh, so it was saying I had nothing equipped then. So I have... This is just like my normal gun, and then that option is probably to unequip. Okay, item. Miru. Look. Do I just have nothing? Oh, this leaves the menu. Okay. Item. Suteru. I don't know what that means. Probably use, I guess. But I only know use as Sakao. Tsukaimasu. It doesn't look like I have any potions or anything. Yeah, I think I probably wandered too far from town and about to get smoked. I did cross the bridge, like, recklessly, so I mean, obviously I don't care if we die. Yeah, let's see what happens if we die anyway. Who cares? I should see, I bet it just restarts you at the king, or wherever you started, with half your money subtracted, just because it's a Dragon Quest. Like, it's not copying the Dragon Quest battle system, but it's not even really like a normal RPG. It's an action-based RPG, but it's clearly copying the presentation of Dragon Quest, like down to a T. Hey, Skittles! Checking out Zoids 2. It's not very good, just like the first game. I think I gave the first Zoids a 2. I don't know. I mean, like, maybe this does seem a little bit more playable than I kind of have to go back and check out the first Zoids again. I feel like this is more playable than I remember Zoids 1 being, because, like, you start out with, like, a whole lot more health. But the presentation is not really any better in this game. It's like ugly, gross colors, bad graphics. Clearly was made, like, on a budget. Probably quickly. Oh, it's an elephant. There's some primitive, scaling on him. Like, he actually gets, like, a little bit bigger. See, there's this faraway sprite, and then he gets a little bit closer. And we're about to die. And we're dead. Mikata wa Zen Metsu Chita. Oh, no. Game over. Oh, no. Cover art? Yeah, I guess the cover art for this game is okay. What is all this text? You just died. You are a fool, and you played like a fool, and you deserve to die a fool's death. Back to the title screen with you, fool. That's the way it's too. Can I continue? Flip. Oh, I'm back to level 1. Okay, so it doesn't just take away half your money. It works on a save system, so because we hadn't talked to that guy, it looks like it put us back to like the very beginning of the game. We hadn't saved. Alright, that's fine. So what you're supposed to do, obviously, is just at the beginning. It's like every other one of these games. You run around in a circular and you like buy the better equipment. Although the game like gives you pretty easy access to other towns, so you might be able to like skip some of the basic equipment and go buy better stuff. Maybe. I don't know. But look how much hit points you get. The early starter enemies here like barely scratch you. Look at that. We barely took any damage there. Oh, thank you. I didn't change the thing. Thank you, Skittles. Thank you for doing Mr. Leo's job. Appreciate it. Skittles, would you play this? I don't know. This doesn't seem like that terrible. Like, if you could get past the language barrier, like, actually understand what was going on, and just get past the fact that the game like looks and sounds just like really ugly, it might not be the worst thing to play through, you know? I don't know. It might not be the worst. I think this might be better than the first one, marginally. You haven't played these, you don't think you can get into them? I think that this might be a little bit better than the first. I think this might be easier to get into than the first. It's kind of just a feeling. But, I mean, based on the fact that you can, like, it's just so lenient in the beginning. Which is, I don't know, it's kind of, for a game like this, it's kind of nice, because the combat system... See, the problem with the first game is that, I don't know, I have to, like, check with my memory, actually. Let's just take a look at the first game again, real quick. I could swear that, like, it started out, like, super tedious. This is the first Zoids game. Alright, let's check this out again. My memory is that, like, the battle's really frustrating because it was really easy to die. And the combat... The problem with the... this is true of the second game as well, but they mitigate this by giving you a ton of health. But, like, the thing that sucks about the combat, you can't avoid damage. You cannot... Oh my god, look how ugly... The first game's even worse looking. I forgot. Oh my god, look how bad this looks. I mean, it's not as bad as something like... Hitu... What is it? Hitu no Miro Hito? Is that it? No, Hoshi wo Miro Hito. Like the worst looking RPG ever made. But it's on the same... It's almost in the same ballpark. It's so ugly. Hey, Mr. Leo, I was just taking a look at the first Zoids game again. I actually played the second game for an hour. No, it wasn't. I have not seen the second game yet. No, that was, You're thinking of Mito Koman. That was Mito Koman Skittles. That's the one that's where it's like it's a Japanese detective game that takes place like in ancient Japanese times. Oh my god, the presentation in this game is so atrocious. It doesn't show your hit points on the screen. And like, look at the... Oh my god, this game is so terrible. Look at the awful scrolling. It's so slow. Your bullets look like eggs. The game is just so... Oh my... Look at how fast you die. Okay, so that's the first game. I thought so. So not only is it unfair, the game looks atrocious, and it's really unfair. You can't avoid damage, and you get killed in like 3 hits. Now here's the second game. Again. The second game is an improvement. Like, it still looks pretty bad, but this is an improvement. Like, this game is definitely better than the first game, for sure. Yeah, look at this. So here's the second game. The graphics still look pretty bad. But they're not as bad, though. It's not quite as gross looking. It looks a little bit less incompetent. And these backgrounds still look gross. This map does not look good. Maybe it's like... How is Family Trainer? I give it a 3. It's cute, but it was really bare bones. There was like a couple mini games, and that was it. And they were all the same. And I don't think it was really that fun. It was kind of cute graphics, but like in that kind of very low rent, low effort kind of Famicom way. Yeah, so it wasn't really that great. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't really that great. That Kyanshi's game. So this game, yeah, I know. So look at, you know, honestly, I think the scrolling, like, notice how much faster and smoother it is. Like, it's not really that smooth, but it seems better programmed than the first game. It seems less janky. The battles are a lot smoother in this one. You don't get, like, the battles, the mechanics still kind of suck, because you can't really avoid damage at all, but they compensate for it by, like, giving you 1,000,000 hit points. Look how much hit points I have. And these enemies are, like, doing, like, 10 hit points a hit. So I can take, like, 50 or 60, like, hits at the beginning of the game from these starter enemies. That's really generous for an RPG. Usually you start out very weak in these kind of games. So clearly they must have got a lot of complaints about the first one, about like how like just really tedious it was. Like the first game, I would imagine you would have to like do one battle, and then you'd like be like nearly destroyed, then go to an end save, then do another battle, and just be doing that over and over again. It would have probably terrible. But this is a lot more playable. It's still not great, but it's a lot more playable. Yeah, I'll probably give it like a 3. It'd be like a 3 point. Yeah, charm. Well, the Kyanshi's game. This game is not. I don't think this game has charm. The Kyanshi's game had. It was cute. It had a little bit of that, like, it had that kind of like Chinese music, and it was like cute, and it had like some cute graphics. Was Zoids? Yeah, Zoids. What? I mentioned that. I'm pretty sure that Zoids was on Cartoon Network. I never watched it though. But I think it was on Cartoon Network. There was a translated version of it. 2 really bad Zoids games on Famicom. Yeah, I think this game is better, though. I think this is not as bad. Like, it's just a lot more playable. A lot more playable. But still ugly and, like, not really that appealing. Alright, okay, so that's Zoids 2. Basically get the idea. Zoids 1, I believe that got a 2, right? Did I give that a 3? Oh, that's... Oh my god, that is so... Dude, I can't believe I gave that game a 3. That's so... Like, look... I can't believe... I gave that a 3? That should be a 2. Fuck. How did that get a 3? A 3? How is... That just makes no... Really? A 3? Flip, you gave that a 3? What were you thinking? Let's listen to Flip from the past. I don't understand. I don't understand the logic here. How does that get a 3?
Okay. So live.
Like, this game is really bad.
Okay.
I could make the argument that it could maybe be under 2, quite honestly. How does that get a 3? Tomy sold the Mecha Bonica line in the United States in 1982 named Zoids. Oh yeah, Zoids, I guess, is Zoids... Well, no, but it's called Zoids in Japan, too. It says Zoids on the box.
Terrible. It's definitely not terrible. But it is amateurish.
It's not terrible, but it's bad, Flip.
It seems like it's got some of that core Dragon Quest fun loop to it, like getting stronger.
I guess.
Going around exploring. Even though it's kind of bad Dragon Quest.
It's really bad Dragon Quest,
The combat kind of sucks. I guess it doesn't matter that much.
No, the combat really sucks. What? Yeah, it does. It matters. What?
So I'm just wondering if I should be generous and give it a 3, or if
No.
I should be a little bit more harsh and give it a 2.
Yes.
It's kind of between a 2 and a 3, you know?
Okay.
I definitely couldn't go higher
2.
than 3.
No, it couldn't.
And
No,
I think I can't go lower than 2. It's not bad enough to be worse than a 2.
You know, I think it could be
it's
worse than a
not
2.
bad.
No, it kind of is. It kind of is. It kind of is. It is kind of that bad. I mean, honestly, it's really terrible, man. Give it a 2. Give it a 2.
Yeah,
it's not.
I think 2 would be fair. Although, I don't know. Maybe a 3.
No.
Maybe a 3.
No, why?
I think the
Why?
music definitely is a 3. You know, I think
Definitely?
it's a 3. It's a 3, but I'm gonna say it's like a low 3, I think. I feel like it's around a 2.6.
Well, alright, but I think maybe it's more of like a 2.1. Really, man? Why? Why a 3? Why? Let me play this again. How is this a 3? Because maybe I just like the challenge of it? I don't know. How did I give this a 3? This game is so bad in every way. Like, now I'm thinking maybe it should be a 1. This is Micronics, right? Well, yeah, the second one was Micronics too. They were both Micronics. No, I mean, the second one... So, first of all... Okay. Dude, can we rescore this game? Because... That just seems too high. Why? The graphics are terrible. These graphics are terrible. Okay? The music is... not good. Why a 3? Why? I mean, I don't know. This map music is not that bad. It's got a little bit of a kind of a melancholy kind of map music kind of thing to it. Yeah. Not really good instruments, but... Oh, the enemies appear on the screen, too. That's kind of interesting in this game. Like, the main thing is the combat, though. Like, this combat is just... Oh, man, it's so... Especially compared to the second one. You can't avoid that shit. You can't avoid it. You just have to take damage. So how much damage did we just fucking take? I guess it's kind of cool. In this one, you can see the enemies on the map. In the second one, they just made it more standard. It's kind of cool that you can see the enemies on the map in this one, I will say. Dude, how much hit points did I just fucking lose? Wait, what? Did that guy touch me? The ROM folder? I know, Skittles. I know, I try to not show that. But Skittles, that wasn't a ROM folder. That was completely unrelated. That was a folder of all my photo albums. So don't be alarmed. It's fine, Skittles. This is a photo of my photo albums. What? I'm getting destroyed. What? How does this... Oh, a fun I mean, I guess... It might be okay... Oh, wait, let me continue. It might be okay if, you know, the combat was just... Like, I don't mind... Like, I like harsh... Oh my god, it's a password to continue as well. Oh, no. It's a password to continue. It doesn't even have saves. Dude, get out of here. Get out of here. I'll just start over. The game... Did you see the size of that password? How does it... A 3 for this game? No way. Like I was trying to say, I do like hard RPGs. I don't mind RPGs that start out where you're like severely underpowered. But like in a game with like this, with no password, with no save, with the password system, and where like you can't, it's unavoidable damage, and the battles with like this just tedious shooting system, which is not fun. And it's really slow and it's super ugly. The 3 is so kind. I also don't know, like, where you press to, where's the in? There must be an in, right? I probably didn't figure it out. Dude, whatever. You know what? That's crazy. Flip from the past is wrong. How could that be a 3? That's a 2 at best. This makes no sense. I'm gonna put my foot down right now. I'm gonna make a change. Hold on a second. I can do this. It's my sheet. I'm allowed to make a change. So we have this. Do we have a? I want to mark down the changes. I need to make. Okay. I guess I haven't. I know I've changed some of these scores before, but I don't think that I should record when I do make these changes. So let me make a separate section for that. The old placement section. Because, yeah, changes should be recorded. I mean, it's technically recorded in the video as well, but you need to have a written history, revising history. Remember, Mr. Leo, yeah, we're not revising history because I'm recording the old placement. The history is preserved. The history is preserved, Mr. Leo, because I'm recording the old placement and the new placement. We know what it was. We have a written recording of the initial score and the new score. That's notes in the Google Sheet would be ideal. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. I don't know. You could do it that way. But I'm already doing it this way, so I mean, yeah. I mean, I could also use those for reviews as well. I have to think about that. You don't need a whole column for it. No, I mean, that's true, but so as of, or up until 2021, the score was, what was it again? 3-3. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the music score at 3. Although I'll keep it at 3. I'll keep it at 3. But the game, I have to lower that to a 2. I can't believe that was a 3. That's so generous. All right, so let's accordingly lower it in the Fliptendo rankings. Al Under Jr. That doesn't sound right. Al Under Jr. Whatever the fuck. I think that's his nickname. Whatever the fuck. It's a good nickname. Zoids 2.61. Too high. Too high. All right, man. That game is. My face doesn't sound right. What is it? I mean, true, but. I'm gonna put it. Wait. I'm actually gonna put it under 2. Honestly, I'm shocked by how bad that first game is. If I go back and like check it out again, I want to put it under Lost Word of Jenny. I want to Xenophobe. Maybe I don't know. Do I want to put it under Xenophobe? Ranking. I know.
Really, that approach of our friendship line.
Well, I won't put it under all this stuff. I'll put it I think I'll put it above Sekima 2 at least. We'll put it at like a 1.95. I'm not going to put it like that low, but it needs to go a lot. I mean, this is much more appropriate than 2.6, I think. Okay, so now that that's taken care of, I feel better about that placement. Now let's finally rank Zoids 2, which is definitely better than that first game. It's definitely improved. There's no question that that's more playable. It looks slightly less ugly. The music's not really any better, but the game, it clearly plays better. It's smoother. It's less tedious. It's playable, but yet still not really good. So I'm gonna give it double 3s, and Zoids 2. We'll put that. I think it should be like right around 3. Metal Gear Solid 3 still weird on 3DS. We're getting used to it. Oh, you're playing Metal Gear Solid 3 on 3DS? Oh, I didn't know. I see. You haven't had time for Xenogears? It's really hard to play this version. Interesting. So like, can I ask you a question, Mr. Leo? In the original Metal Gear Solid 3, it was like overhead style, the way Metal Gear Solid 1 is, I think. And then when they re-released it, they gave it like a more modern camera, I think, with the camera behind you. Does it have the hey Whammoo, what's up? It's been a while. Is the 3DS version the original was revised in subsistence? Right. So is the 3DS version the revised version? You played the revised version on PS2 originally? Because you would think that the original version would play better on 3DS, right? Because the original version didn't really rely on the camera as much. I think you had more of like a fixed camera, right? I played the original version, I think, of Metal Gear Solid 3. So I remember the camera being like more... It's been a long time since I played it. But I remember the camera being more like fixed, I think. Metal Gear Solid 1 style, which I like. I like that way of doing it. Is FPS mode. Yeah, I think both versions have FPS mode, right? And crouch walk. Well, maybe you can't. Yeah, maybe I don't know. You could go. I don't think you can move around normally in FPS mode. We're playing garbage. Hey, yeah. It has been a while. Yeah, we just played some bad games. Right, I have to rank this game. Okay, we just played Zoids 2. which prompted me to go back and look at Zoids 1 again, and I was shocked by my rating of it. I gave it a 3 originally, but it's really bad. I had to reduce the rating. I had to go back and revise history. Zoids 2. So Zoids 2, I do think should be like right around a 3. But still not very good, but it is a little bit improved. Hey, Demo, cool buddy. How's it going? Zoids 2, I want to put it at, I feel like it could go as high as maybe like a 3.1 or 3.15. Zoids 2. Maybe a 3.14. We'll put it like right under Metro Cross, I think. Yeah, that's good. And then Zoids 1, I reduced the rating from, it was at 2.6. I had to reduce it to 1.95 because it was worse than I remember it being. Especially compared to the second one. You avoided the Zoids. Good job. Congrats. What have you been up to, Wham? It's good to see you again. Did you miss the Fliptendo? We're playing so many Famicom and NES games. It's crazy. All right, we just finished number 610. We're going to move on to 611 because I'm done with that game. We don't need to play it anymore. I played it for a half hour. It's not a very good game. It's also in Japanese, so we can't really play it anyway. I mean, I wouldn't feel right about it. You know, we're not getting like all the story and like lore and the dialogue and stuff we're missing out. So I don't want to play through a game like that. But it's not any good. Let's move on to another game, which is a little bit more interest. Whoa! The upside down letters by Mr. Leo. Does that show up properly in the? Dude, that even shows up properly in the what do you call it? The Twitch, the OBS chat. Mr. Leo's upside down. Oh no! Help me! Okay. Anyway, let's move on to the next game.